55 years, 16 rally championships, 5 times games medals, and 1 unforgettable legacy. Ken Block's life was measured in thrills and chills. Every minute was the pedal to the metal in his relentless pursuit of speed. From conqueror of the most dangerous courses to viral superstar behind the wheel, Block pushed boundaries at every turn. He thrilled millions with high-octane gymkhana videos and death-defying backcountry snowmobile rides. But Block's thirst for adrenaline couldn't be quenched. And on January 2, 2023, the rally icon's craving proved fatal. Attempting a daring Utah trail, his snowmobile violently rolled, crushing Block and stunning the motorsports world. In this video, we'll look at how just one wrong turn took Ken's life. We'll also explore the legendary career and extreme lifestyle of Ken Block, the daring driver who lived fast and fearless, challenging the limits right up until the edge. Before Ken's life was cut short, he lived every day in the fast lane. This adrenaline junkie was always chasing the next death-defying rush. Growing up shredding empty pools in California, Block was hooked on action sports from day one. Skateboarding and BMX could only satisfy his need for speed so far though. In his 20s, Block stepped up to high-powered rally racing. With its uncontrolled conditions and danger around every corner, it suited his go-big mentality perfectly. As Block once said, quote, "Rally is challenging because you have to be on the edge the whole time." Caution was not part of his vocabulary. With raw talent and aggressive driving, Block rose to rally dominance in the 90s. But dusty trophies weren't enough for this unconventional rebel. Block dreamed of making underground rally racing cool again for younger fans. So he shook things up by producing insanely viral stunt driving videos. Clips of Block drifting, spinning, and burning rubber in his car instantly went viral. As DC Shoes co-founder Damon Way said, quote, "Ken had a plan to pull crazy moves that would wow young fans." It worked. Block made global superstars like Travis Pastrana seem tame. At his peak, Block was rally's biggest rock star, bringing the rebellious sport into the mainstream. But the drive for adrenaline also led to Block cheating death one too many times. Despite decades of close calls, he couldn't kick his addiction to risky snowmobile rides. 1. The stunning final chapter of extreme icon Ken Block. Even in his 50s, Ken Block just couldn't kick his addiction to adrenaline. After a legendary career pushing limits in motorsports, Block remained all in on high-octane adventure. The rally racing pioneer settled in Park City, Utah, a mecca overflowing with insane backcountry trails and pristine powder. This was paradise for hardcore thrill seekers like Block. As fellow icon Travis Pastrana told us, quote, "Ken never lost his desire for speed. He was absolutely hooked on the rush that came from living on the edge." So on January 2, 2023, the 55-year-old Block embarked on one of his intense backcountry snowmobile rides. Fresh snow was forecasted, perfect conditions to hit max speeds through the Uinta's gnarliest terrain. Stepping on his gear, Block took off seeking untouched powder and the steepest lines to shred. He gunned it for treacherous Mill Hollow first, but tragically, this would be Block's last ride. Tearing downhill at 70+ miles per hour, his sled hit hidden ice and violently flipped, crushing Block beneath its massive weight. He was killed instantly at just 55 years old. The action sports world erupted in grief. As Pastrana said, quote, "I'll miss Ken's passion for living wide open. He squeezed every bit from the time he had." From fans to brands, tributes poured in celebrating Block's unrelenting spirit. Though his stunning final act ended too fast, Block's go-big legacy lives on. But before moving on, what do you think? Are extreme sports worth the danger for the adrenaline rush? Should risk-takers like Block know when to dial it back? Or is it better to have lived fast and furious like this legend? Let us know your favorite moment from Block's unconventional career pushing limits and leaving fear behind in the comment section down below. Long before becoming a global icon, Ken Block was just an adrenaline-addicted California kid determined to go big or go home. He first chased speed in the 80s skateboarding scene, pushing limits, shredding pools, and catching major air. But while his friends moved on, Block only became more hooked on action. As Block told one magazine, quote, "I've been an adrenaline junkie since I was young. I'm always looking for that next rush." In his 20s, Block found his fixed trappy to high-powered rally cars, tearing through off-road courses at 100+ miles per hour. Rally's uncontrolled conditions and ever-present danger suited Block's go-big mentality perfectly. As Block once said, quote, "Rally is challenging because you have to be on the edge the whole time." Caution and fear weren't in this rebel's vocabulary. Block attacked rally stages through the 90s with an aggression unmatched by his peers. While some focused on avoiding crashes, Block raced on the absolute limit, wringing every ounce of power from his machine. Fellow driver Alex Gelsomino said, quote, "Ken had that competitive fire from day one. He drove with a creativity and attitude that got fans pumped up and excited." But mainstream motorsport success and dusty trophies could only satisfy Block so much. This rebel dreamed bigger. After launching DC Shoes, Block sets his sights on taking underground rally racing into the mainstream. He shook up the sport by producing cinematic viral videos with outrageous smoking tire stunts tailored for the YouTube generation. As DC co-founder Damon Way remarked, quote, "Ken envisioned content that would wow young fans and prove rally is rad." And it worked. Block's clips were instant internet catnip, making him a celebrity beyond just motorsports. While Block's shocking final act closed the book on his extreme career too soon, his go-for-broke attitude continues inspiring generations to live life wide open. Though Ken Block's tragic death at 55 shook motorsports fans, his unrelenting passion kept inspiring. Block's go-big attitude, chasing thrills across boards, bikes, cars, and sleds, reminded enthusiasts to live fearlessly. His pedal-to-the-metal approach to maximizing every minute will motivate daredevils for generations. Brands like DC Shoes vowed to uphold Block's bold vision. Young drivers spoke of how his showmanship and style fueled their unconventional journeys. While losing Block so abruptly pained fans, his spirit for pushing boundaries uncompromisingly still empowers action sports lovers today. As DC's Damon Way said, quote, "Ken lived 100% on his own terms. That free spirit is his gift to us all." Block walked the walk when it came to living fast and fearless. The legacy he leaves behind includes his wife Lucy and daughter Leah, who plan to uphold his daring attitude daily. Ken Block lived his life pedal to the metal, constantly chasing the next death-defying stunt or adrenaline rush. While his incredible career was cut short, his boundary-pushing spirit lives on. What do you think is Ken Block's lasting impact on the world of motorsports and action sports? How did his viral videos and rally racing feats inspire you to push your own limits? Share your favorite Ken Block moments and thoughts on his extreme sports legacy in the comments below. And give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more adrenaline-packed stories in the future. Wherever the road takes you, keep the spirit of Ken Block's no limits mantra alive. Feed your need for speed, but stay safe out there. Ken revved engines and raced pulses worldwide. Now it's your turn.